Welcome back. In this video, you'll understand what is Sarge API. Sarge stands for Soap with Attachments API for Java. So this Sarge contains APIs for creating and populating soap messages. If you have seen the earlier video, in earlier video we wrote the client. This is the client which we wrote. We wrote this client using Service API. We first got an object of service, then from service we got the proxy for the port. So once I get the proxy, I am calling a method on the proxy. This method on the proxy is taking care of making a HTTP connection, creating a SOAP message and then sending it. Sometimes if you want to go to low level and create a SOAP message on your own, then you can use Sarge API. Actually, this proxy is internally using Sarge API only at low level. So if you want to create a SOAP message manually and populate a SOAP message manually, you can use Sarge API for that. It also contains, Sarge API also contains APIs for sending and receiving the responses as well. Now, we saw SOAP with attachments. What is the concept of attachments? Let us try to understand. How can we send attachments in SOAP? Let us try to understand. So I have a simple scenario. I want to send some binary data inside a SOAP message. That means I want to upload an image. Image means let's say it's a JPEG file. Now, how do you send the JPEG file in SOAP? SOAP message is XML, right? So one way is you can convert the file into byte array, the file content into byte array, and then for each byte you can encode the bytes into some encoding like base 64 encoding or so. You can convert the bytes into characters by using some encoding and then send them as part of XML. This is one idea to send some binary data inside your SOAP message. But if you are using encoded binary data, the size of the XML file will be so huge, which is not acceptable. So what is the other alternative to send some binary data? The other alternative is, if you are using any transport protocol, let's say HTTP, you can send a multi-part request in HTTP. How? See, this is how HTTP request will look like. Now, the HTTP content type is multi-part / related. That means you are saying that the request which is being sent is a multi-part request. The first MIME boundary content type is text or XML, where the first part contains a SOAP envelope, and inside the SOAP envelope you are having a reference to the next MIME. So in href you are using some identifier, and in the next MIME, see, this is the next MIME boundary. The next MIME boundary has started. The content type is image / JPEG and content ID is ABC, whatever you are referencing. So in the main SOAP envelope you have an reference. You have some identifier which will refer to the next MIME in the transport. So in your SOAP envelope you are not actually sending the encoded data. You are referencing to the second part of the request. As the request is multi-part, second part of the request contains the actual binary data. The binary content will be here. So this is another idea. So now in this case I am sending a SOAP message which is referencing to the attachments of the transports. That means a SOAP message can contain attachments as well. So once you understood the concept, let me show you how a SOAP message will look like. So a SOAP message will look like this. One SOAP message will contain one SOAP part and optionally more than one attachment, 0 or more than one attachments, but SOAP part is mandatory. Now inside soap part you have an envelope. Inside envelope you have header and body. This is the anatomy of a soap message. Okay. So as I told you, if you want to send some binary data in SOAP, the request whatever you are sending will be a multipart / related. The MIME type of the request will be multipart / related. So SOAP messages with attachments must follow this multipart / related MIME type. So see another example here. So whenever you want to send some binary data, some images, etc., see the example what it is doing. So here the post request, what is the content type? Multipart / related, and the MIME boundary is identified by something called as MIME underscore boundary. And what is the starting MIME boundary? Starting type, starting identifier, some identifier. Then afterwards here the MIME boundary has started. Then content ID, every MIME boundary will have a content ID. Is this matching? Yes. So this is the starting MIME. So this contains the SOAP envelope. SOAP envelope is containing the body. Then see the next slide. Here if you observe, there is a tag called as front image, where it is using a href, and one more image where it is using a href. Then this is a reference pointing to the next MIME. See the MIME boundary, second MIME boundary started here. What is the content ID of the MIME boundary? Is it same? Yes. And for second image, this is another MIME boundary. So this is how the binary data is coming as part of transport as another MIME data, right? So this is how a SOAP message with attachments looks like. Hope you understood right now. Okay. So you understood, finally to summarize, you understood that a SOAP message will contain one SOAP part followed by 0 or more attachments. Every attachment has the MIME type as well as the content. And SOAP part contains envelope, envelope contains header and body. So once you understand this, let us see how to create a SOAP message and send a SOAP message using Sarge API. So what I want to achieve is, I want to create a SOAP envelope like this by using the Sarge API. So let us see how. First of all, you need to create a SOAP message. So if you want to create a SOAP message, you need to get a message factory object like this first. Message factory.new instance will give you a message factory. Then message factory.create message will give you the SOAP message. So you got the SOAP message. SOAP message.get SOAP part will give you the SOAP part. So as I told, SOAP message will contain one SOAP part along with attachment. So I got the reference of the first SOAP part. From the SOAP part I got the envelope. From envelope I got the body reference. So this is how I can get the reference of a SOAP body. Right now a SOAP message is created with empty body. I got the empty body. So once I get a body, then what? To the body what I want to add? I want to add a tag called as get price belonging to namespace called as training.com. So see now, by using SOAP factory, just observe carefully here. SOAP factory.new instance gives me an object of SOAP factory. Once I get SOAP factory, I will be able to create elements. SOAP factory.create element. Element name is update belonging to this namespace. So element is nothing but a tag. So you created an update tag belonging to this namespace. So let's say TNS colon update and XML NS colon TNS is equals to that URL, this namespace. So I created, the first one creates an update tag which is empty. Then I created one more tag called as symbol. So I created one more tag called as symbol, and to the symbol I added a text node called as IBM. So a symbol tag has been created like this. Then For update tag, that means for this update tag I am adding symbol as a child. Similarly, I created one more tag called as price. For the price I added a text node, and this price tag also is added to update element. Then this update element is added to soap body. So soap body. So I created update tag and add it as a child to soap body by using the API. Then I need to send this message. Yes. So where to send the message? See here. Soap connection factory dot new instance will give you an object of soap connection factory. From soap connection factory, create connection will give you soap connection. Then soap connection dot call. Here is the request message, whatever we created in the earlier slide. And to which endpoint URL the soap message has to be sent? This is the URL. So once I call soap connection dot call, it will make a request and wait for response. And this is the response message which I got. I am writing it to the console. This is how you can create a soap message and send a soap message, receive the response, and then use the response using Sarge API. So now you need to do the lab. So go to the lab documentations. There is a lab instructions given for creating a client using Sarge. Follow these instructions step by step. You'll understand it very clearly how to create a soap message and how to make a request using Sarge API. So later we'll see how to add attachments also to soap messages in my next modules. See you in next video.